This topic is about designated names. It is also on page 5 in the workbook, and the title there is Using Block Names. You might have wondered what this box is for. If you click a cell, it will show what cell it's in, or if you click a group of cells, it'll show the upper left cell. But it has a greater value. Suppose you have a very large worksheet and you have to work, the area that you need to work on is toward the bottom of the page or the end of the page, and it takes a few minutes just to find that area. You can select that area in advance and give it a name. So these are just names of areas that have been selected. So for example, I'm going to click on this, and this area, fiscal year 2012, is selected. From this point, I can print it if I want, so I'm going to do Control P, and you can see it went right in there. Now, often when you hit Control P and you see Print Active Sheets, a lot of times you'll have to click the down arrow and select Print Selection. But in this case, it just went right in. Another way of doing that is to go to the page layout and the print area and set print area, and once again Control P to get to the print page, and that will put it right there. You can also go to different worksheets. So I'm going to click on this and let's pick Alaska. Right here, the Alaska area is already selected, and this time I'm using it in a formula. So I actually have two formulas. You can see 209 here and 209 there. These are two different formulas for the same range. So this one is the standard sum formula. If you look right over here, it says sum equals L5 to L500. Down below, since this is named Alaska, all I have to do is put equals sum Alaska, and it sums everything in the range that I already have. So that actually makes it kind of easy to figure out what your formulas are. Here are the two formulas for comparison. Above is the standard sum formula, L5, that's column L, row 5, that cell, then you have colon, then you have the cell in L500. And all of the cells in between, it will sum. Below that is sum, and then everything with the designated name Alaska, which has the same range. In a little while, we're going to do the same thing over here with equals sum Alton, equals sum cost, equals sum development. And it's very easy to put those formulas together. Suppose you inherit a spreadsheet and you don't know what all of the names are. You'd like to have them printed out. First of all, select where you would like it printed out. Come up to here to where it says Use in Formula, click the down arrow, and right here where it says Paste Names, select this and Paste List. And you can see the name and the location of all of the items. That was a basic overview, and now we'll work on a few projects. Let's go to the 5-year plan. Let's begin by selecting the total area for fiscal year 2009. So we'll select it. And then I want you to come up here where it says B16 and select it, and I want you to type FY and then underscore 2009 and then hit enter. So it's FY underscore 2009 after you've selected it, and press enter. So now I have a block with that. So if I can go anywhere else, and as soon as I select it, it goes right there, and you can see that it's highlighted. Let's try that again. This time, we'll select fiscal year 2010. So let's select it. Come up here, which has the cell address of the first cell in the group. Select it, and let's put FY underscore 2010. Click Enter. And now if I look on here, I've got 9, 10, 12. As you can see, I can go to any of these places. Let's do one more. Go to fiscal year 2011, and I'd like you to select the totals right here. Hold down your left key and drag across to select the totals. Come up to the block area and type in FY underscore 2011. And then press Enter. Okay, we can select away from it. If you look at the list now, I've got several new areas on here. Another way to do this is to select an area, such as this entire area, and on the Formulas tab, choose Define Name. So go to the Formulas tab, Define Name, and click the down arrow. We want to select the first choice, which is Define Name. And it's given us a name. By the way, you can only start with an underscore or a letter, not a number, which is why there's an underscore preceding the number 1 here. We can just leave it at the choice that it gave us. We could write comments here about it. I'm not going to write any. I'm just going to click OK. And now you can see that it's listed right here. Underscore first underscore quarter. Let's do one more. Fiscal year 2013. We'll select the entire thing. Come up to Define Name, click the down arrow, and click Define Name. Let's give it Last Purple underscore Last Purple. And if you make a mistake when you've selected it, you can change it right here. I can change this and make it from, it starts at AG4, which is of course AG4, and it goes to AJ16, which is right here, AJ and row 16. So I could change it at this point, but I'm not going to. And we have Last Purple selected right here. So I'll go all the way to the front, click on this, and if I wanted Last Purple, it's right there, and it's ready to be printed or changed or used in formulas. Now we've made several define names, but let's suppose we want to delete some of them. We can come right to the Name Manager, so we're on the Formulas tab and Name Manager. Select it, and here you can say Alaska first, and we have all of these Last Purple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start deleting them. So let's click Last Purple, and I can edit it. I could change the range. I can make several changes. I'm just going to delete it. So delete Last Purple. Now let's delete several of them. I'm going to click on FY to 2009. And when I hold down the Shift key, I can select the last one, which is FY 2012, and it will select all of them in between. So again, you select FY 2009, hold down the Shift key, and then select FY 2012, and then we'll select Delete. And close. Next, we'll work with using defined names in formulas. Let's go to the Formula tab. And what we're going to do is select this area. I want you to know that this is all the sum formula, M5 colon to M500, and so on all the way across. So what I'm going to do is select an area in the Alton and just select it all the way down. We'll go that far. We can edit it later. I can come over here and type Alton and click Enter, and this area is selected. And we'll edit it in just a minute, but first we'll create the formula. Equals sum, opening parentheses, and we're going to type in Alton and close the parentheses. So this is our formula, equals sum Alton. And I will select Enter, and you can see that it is the same number as the sum total. Now let's change it, because this will sum to 500, but this doesn't go to 500, so we want to edit it. Let's go to the Name Manager. Select Alton and select Edit. And here's the range right there. It's M5 to M80. We want to change that so that it goes to 500. Now it is M5 to M500. And the one disadvantage is that you cannot autofill. If you were to try to autofill, it'll just repeat what it did before. Okay, let's select this row, and we want to create a block right here, and we will edit it later, and we will call this one Cost, and come right over here, type in the word Cost, hit Enter, and now I'll create my sum formula, equals sum, opening parentheses, cost, and closing parentheses, equals sum cost. And enter. Same result as the sum formula. And now let's edit it. We'll go to the Name Manager, select Cost, and go to Edit. Here's the range. N5 to N55, we want it to be to 500. So now it's N5 to N500. And we will close that. So now if we add rows here, these two will remain the same because they both go to 500. Let's do one more. Development. Let's select it. This time we'll use define name. Click the down arrow, define name. It chose development, and that's what we want. Right here we can edit it. You see I put 500 in there. And there's one other thing you should know about it. The scope of this is the entire workbook, but if I wanted to, I could just have it relate only to this page. But I think having it, the scope of the entire workbook is the best choice. We'll click OK. And now we will use our sum. Equals sum, opening parentheses. I did it wrong. Development. And there you have it. Equals sum development. And it has the same number. The next project is to practice printing, although I don't want you to actually hit the print button, but we'll get everything ready for that. Let's go back to the 5-year plan page. And let's go to the beginning. Let's just say once a month we have to print out a report. So here's an area that's already been selected, the report area. We'll click on it. And it's ready to go. So this first time, I want you to just hold down Control and hit P for print. And it appeared in there, but like I said earlier, sometimes you have to click the down arrow and choose print selection. And sometimes it will work, and then you can print it. The other choice is to go to page layout and print area and set print area. That's page layout, print area, set print area. And select it, and then Control P, and it's the same result. You can do it either way. Another choice is creating multiple block names. Here is how to select multiple block names. Select the headings. Now let's try these 3. So we've got the heading and the data. Then select right here where it says Create from Selection. So we're on the Formulas tab and Create from Selection. In this case, we want the top row, not the left column. The top row would be right here. And we'll click OK. So we're going to add record, country, and zip. Now, if you look over here, you can see there's zip, there's record, and there's country. If I were to select zip, it would go right there. And select country, and it would go right there. Okay, if you select the cell where you want the information to go, it will overwrite anything that's in that area. Come up to where it says Use in Formula. So you want to select Use in Formula, click the down arrow, and right here where it says Paste Names, select Paste Names and Paste List. And there you have it. You have the names and you have the cell addresses. Okay, your project is on page 13. You'll need to go to the 5-year plan and let me know if you have any questions.